Oh, I'm live. Sorry about that, you guys. Hey, you guys, what's going on? This is Jonathan Bailey here. And then first off, I want to say I appreciate you guys watching this video here or this webinar here with me. And I'm going to go over how to generate leads by using YouTube. Now, I've generated over 250 leads from YouTube alone, and it has worked wonders for me. All I had to do is just do it one time and then post it out there and let leads come in. So that's what I would like to go over today. But right now I wanted to kind of tell you why I'm even doing this webinar. So about 2 weeks, it all started about 2 weeks ago. And I've been getting a lot of information from my mentor stating that we need to fix the 5 biggest problems. Because once we focus on those 5 biggest problems, then everything else will work out for ourselves. So what I decided to do is to do 15 different webinars about these 5 problems. Now, the 5 major problems is not harassing your friends and family for your business opportunity, learning how to generate leads to your blog, learning how to generate leads and driving traffic to your blog, learning how to close somebody, and learning how to upsell somebody. So what I decided to do is take these 5 problems here and go in much more detail with them on how you're able to get the leads that you want. And so today, what I would like to talk about is how to generate leads by using YouTube. So let's go ahead and jump into it real quick. I do apologize if you're watching this on YouTube. I did come a little bit late. I was having some technical difficulties, but let's go ahead and jump into it, and let's go ahead. This should be about 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna try to give you as much knowledge as I can here and leave you with a lot of value. So, and if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and put it in the Q&A, and I'm gonna go ahead and get to them at the very end of the show or end of the webinar. So that way I can make sure I give you guys enough value. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, my name is Jonathan Bailey here, and today I want to go ahead and show you my YouTube formula of getting free leads. Now, I've been in this industry for about 15 months, and I've been using YouTube as my main source of leads through this whole time. And so I do know a little bit about it, and I would like to share it with you. If you want to contact me through my Facebook, it's facebook.com, John Bailey Going Places. You check out my website at consciouscreatorblog.com. If you want to Skype me, it's jonathan.bailey@793. I am on my cell phone or near my computer, so if you Skype, I'll most likely pick it up. If not, just leave a message and I'll get right back to you. And I also want to tell you about this bonus that I have. So you definitely want to stick around to the very end of the presentation and get this $97 bonus just for showing up here. You don't want to miss it. It's crazy good, you know. You don't want to miss it here. But I want to tell you a little bit about myself before I get in my presentation. You know, I grew up in a small little town called Spanaway, Washington. It's just south of Seattle. I have 12 other siblings, and at one time at the house, there was 14 people living, including my 2 parents, all at one time. You know, going through life, I was just your average kid throughout junior high and high school. I was the C average kid and with education, and the only reason why that I was a C average was because I liked playing sports. I liked track and I liked basketball, and so my parents told me that I had to get at least a C to play sports. So that's all I ever did, and because that's all that at that time felt that I was all good for, was just being an average kid. I can tell you the story of why all that, but I'll do it in another presentation, another video here for you guys. But as I was going or leaving high school, I became a certified nurse assistant license for about 10, 11 years. And at the age of 19, you know, that's all I was doing. I was just going through life doing odd jobs. I was working in the psychiatric unit. I was working in nursing homes. I was working in hospitals. I took care of transplant, cardiovascular, I did cancer, I did geriatric, I did pretty much anything that needed to be done at that time. And then I was going through a period of my life where I just knew I needed to change. And so I left Washington and I moved to Utah in 2005. And I thought that when I moved immediately that I was going to have success and just like all of a sudden my passion and my life purpose would just come to me, but it actually didn't, you know, and I kept on doing the same jobs over and over again. And then in 2008, I met this guy at a local like community sporting event, and his name is Daniel. And he really got me into personal development. He really started me on my personal development path because he saw things from a different perspective, which I've never heard it before, because I grew up in a really religious family. So we were in a bubble a lot. And so when I got out of the bubble and started experiencing life, and in 2008, it just blew my mind with the things that like he knew. And so that really started me on my path. And as I was starting on my path of personal development, in 2010, I got into a really bad car accident where I fractured my L4, which is right above your tailbone, 37.5%. And then with a little bit of money from the car accident, I started a t-shirt company in 2012. And within 90 days, it failed. It failed for many reasons, and that's another story to go into. I can talk about why it failed now that I have the information I do now, but I could talk about that for 3-4 hours easily. But this online started for me at the beginning of 2015, a week right before the Super Bowl, and so this is what I've been doing ever since, and I love it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And before I get into it, I really want to remove a lot of the limiting beliefs here. Anyone can rank a video. You just have to take the first step, but you have to become comfortable of being uncomfortable. And this is very important because when you start to make videos and you start putting yourself out there, you're gonna feel like it's not good enough or it's not perfect enough like somebody else's. And you're just gonna have to be comfortable. I mean, we are all uncomfortable when we first started anything we do anyways. And so let's just be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And you need to, or you don't need a professional video editing or a perfect script. There is no perfect script because with each time that you do a video, it's going to be different and your audience is going to be different. So if you just know the formula of what to write or what to say, then it's perfect, it's fine, it's exactly what you need to be doing anyways. So just understanding the formula will help you out a lot better than just being perfect. And another one is we got to get rid of paralysis analysis. In other words, never get attached to your videos because the one that you think is just the best one out there, 9 times out of 10, the one that you just randomly did and threw it up there gets more likes for some reason. I don't know why. And so I always tell people to not get attached to the video. Sometimes it's hard, but it will really help you out in the long run. And the next thing that we need to remove limiting beliefs is consistent massive action will always win. A lot of the times, and including myself, I will do it for like 2 weeks and and then I convince myself for some reason that I'm able to take a day off. And then that day turns into 2, and then to 3, and then to 4, and then to 5, because I'm always looking for excuses of why I can't go back to what I was doing. And so by doing this, just consistently, it will always win out over anything and everything else here. And with using YouTube, you have to think of a long term. Now, I'm not talking about 3 years. I'm not talking about 2 or 1. I'm talking about sometimes it can take up to 90 days before your video really starts getting momentum and traction and things like that. So you want to look at this for anywhere between day 1 and day 90. Once you're at day 90, then you can really start understanding what's going on in the video world, and maybe you need to change something, maybe you need to do this, but you definitely want to think of long term though. And you only want to focus on 2 videos a day until you understand the process, then do more. Like I remember when I first started, it took me forever just to, first off, because I felt like you needed a perfect script. So I would create this perfect script and then try to memorize it and then try to do a video, and I was like a robot. And then the editing, it didn't even make sense, and I got upset, and then I never did it, and then I lose consistency, so there's just all of these things. So just focus on 2 videos a day until you understand what you need to say, how it flows, and things like that, and then you can move on. And you also want to set goals and hit milestones. You want to generate 5, 10, 15 leads a day for 3 or 4 days, or you want to do more, or what's going on. So you definitely want to set goals no matter what you're doing, and milestones. So if you reach a milestone, you want to go ahead and celebrate that however way you feel fit, and then you want to do that again. And then you want to tweak after you have the traffic coming. And this is why it's so important to be consistent and take massive action, because then as you start, you're able to start tweaking stuff as you go through it here. So let's go ahead to do some social proof. I just wanted to show you guys a couple links that says to show you that I do know what I'm talking about when I get on the first page of YouTube. So let's go ahead and just jump into that here real quick. So as you can see, this is for these keywords, I am #1 here on YouTube. And let's go to the bottom. Right there says that I'm #1. Let's go ahead and go to the second one. So these right here are ads. So someone paid a lot of money for these to be here. So I'm not going to go ahead and count that. And so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm right here on page #1. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys one more because I really want to get through this here because I have a lot of information. Let's go to something else. Let's go to this one. So as right here, as you can tell, these are 2 right here, and I'm #1. And oh yeah, look, cool. It has my playlist on the first page, which is really good. You can definitely set it up. And as you can see right there, I am #1 on there. But let's go ahead and go back to the presentation here. So as you can see, I am I do know what I'm talking about when I show people how to place themselves on the front page of YouTube. And I do want to show you this because this is something that just happened today or yesterday. I got on the leaderboards in my company for it's just amazing because I've never been able to crack the top 10, and out of like I think it's like 40 or 45,000 affiliates, I was #9 yesterday, and so that's a big milestone for me, and I am so excited to crack the 10 again. It's going to be phenomenal here. So I just wanted to show you as well that I am able to get on the leaderboards by using these methods as well. All right, first thing that you'll need to do, and don't worry about it, it's all going to be free, you don't need to do anything, is you need to get a Gmail account because Gmail runs with Google and YouTube, and so you just need to create one. If you have not created one yet, you can just type in gmail.com, and then it'll kind of walk you through the steps as well. You also would need to get something called Keyword Planner. You can Google it as part of Google, but you don't need to do that right now because I just want you to, just be aware of what's going on, because I'm going to show you why it's so important to have all of these things. And you need to go ahead and get a Fiverr account as well. I'll explain what Fiverr.com is here for you guys shortly. And also you need a YouTube account. Of course, you can't post anything on YouTube unless you have an account. If you're unfamiliar about how to register or about how to get things going, please go ahead and message me. There should be a link below. And once you go ahead and message me, I will be more than happy to gladly walk you through it all here. You're also going to need a computer. And you're probably wondering, well, why do I need a computer? Why can't I use my tablet or my cell phone? Well, you can use it, but a computer is much easier than a tablet or your cell phone to do everything here, because you will still need to edit. I know many people that have edited their videos on their cell phone, I just like a bigger screen, so I put the computer. And you need an editing software. You can Google iMovie for PC. You can download it for free. I don't have a Mac, so I think they have their own little editing software as well. And if you want to download a video editing system, you can download this one at Movi. It's like 45 bucks a year. I do all my editing through it. It has helped me out a lot. And so if you really want to, it has text, it has music. I can add music. I can add pictures whenever I want to. I can overlay it. I mean, I can do all the things as well. So if you would like, you can go ahead and go to that one. It's 45 bucks a year, and it really does help. So I want to explain who this is for, because this is very important. These are for people who want to learn how to rank on Google and on YouTube. But I'm going to focus more on YouTube. Even though YouTube and Google are run by the same company or the same parent company, they do talk to each other. So most likely if you rank in YouTube, you'll rank in Google, but it's not a guarantee. There's a similar different way that you need to rank yourself on Google and YouTube to get them both here. But this is for people who are looking for long-term results and one time and you're done. And that's what I was saying earlier, is where I was generating leads for a video that I've done only one time. And I knew that it was going to take over 90 days for that to happen. And this is for anyone who's looking to create your business online for the first time, or maybe you're coming back. That's totally fine. And wanting to understand the full process of ranking a video. Now, in this short webinar, I'm going to give you as much as I can without going over an hour here. And so if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and private message me on Facebook at facebook.com/John Bailey Going Places, and we can go ahead and set up a time and I can help you. Who is this not for? This is just one word, and this is for people who are lazy. If you are lazy, you should just go ahead and stop this right now, because you are going to have to do research. You are going to have to tweak. You are going to have to play along with your data. And so if you don't want to do any of that, then this is not for you here. So let's go ahead and jump right into the presentation. One of the first things that you ever want to do anytime you do a video is do keyword research. But I'm going to show you how to do it right. So what is keyword research? It's a keyword that's simply a phrase that someone has typed into Google or YouTube. You may type in something like this, and throughout this presentation, I'm going to go ahead and use how to retire before 40 years old. So I'm just going to continue to use this. So this right here is actually when you type it into Google, and this one right here is when you type it into YouTube. And so this is what a keyword is. So you're just looking for something. And instead of trying to guess what people are searching for, we want Google Keyword Planner to tell us the answer. Never ever guess what people are trying to type online. Always do research. I did this and I just wasted my time because I was just thinking what people wanted to know, not actually knowing, and that was a big problem for me. And here's the URL for Google Planner, and I'm gonna go into it a little bit more here. So just stay. So you don't need to type that in right now. Let's just go ahead and go to it, and you'll see why. My YouTube formula is getting free leads. So we want to do the proper keyword research. We're creating and structuring your video. You're going to upload it and optimize it, and then you want to do backlinks. Now I'm going to go into each one of these. We just did cover proper keyword research, and we're going to go into the other three here. So here are just some ideas that you can type in there. How to start an online business from home, how to create money from home, how to retire before 40 years old, opportunities for stay is supposed to be opportunities to stay at home, or opportunities for stay at home mom and dads. I don't know why that was so hard, but hey, I'm human, so it's okay though. But let's go ahead and go on though. Is how to make money while traveling. So these are just some ideas that you can go ahead and definitely use here. But let's go ahead and get to the keyword planner here. You want your seed keyword, so whatever you want to type in, like how to start an online business, you want to plug it into the Google Keyword Planner. Pick the top 2 keywords that are relevant to your seed word. So the seed word is what you're typing in. In this case, it'd be how to start your online business. And you need to create one video targeting those keywords. You want to rinse and repeat. This is pretty much all I do for my keyword research. I find keywords, I mark them down somewhere, and then I turn around and I create a video behind those keywords like that. So this right here is AdWords Google Keyword Planner, and this right here what it actually looks like. So when you start to pull this up after you register, oh yeah, I did forget to tell you that when you use AdWordsGoogle.com, they will require you, for some reason, I don't know why, they will make you put in a credit card. Now, I was kind of freaking out of why they need a credit card, but for some reason they just do. And they have never charged it whatsoever. So I've been pretty good. And you know, if they're never going to charge it, then I'm okay. And if they do, I can dispute it anyway. So it's a win-win for me. So this is what the Google Keyword Planner looks like. And after you hit that tab, what's going to happen is you're going to go ahead and put whatever your seed keyword is. In this case, is how to retire by the age of 40. Once that and you hit enter, you're going to come over here. You're going to see something like this. Now, this is something that Google and YouTube put together, or I should say Google put together, that these are the average searches per month that people look at it. So if we go down to just in the middle of the page, you'll see how to retire by the age of 40. How to retire by the age of 40. If you scroll to the right, you'll see average monthly searches, 0. So this is a great indicator that nobody is looking for this keyword phrase. And that's why I wanted to use it today, is because I can tell you that if you say early retirement or retire early, you're going to get a lot of stuff. But using these 7 keywords is not going to help you whatsoever. So let's go ahead and go to the next one here. So when we're uploading on YouTube, there's a couple things that you want to make sure that you always do. You want to create a title for your video out of the keyword that you selected. You want to make sure that the video title is also there. You want to make sure the description is also there and the tags is there. And there's, I don't know if you can see it, and I do apologize, I don't know why it's on the wood, but you also want to use, a bonus is you want to use your channel URL when you're uploading your video, and I'll explain all of that here shortly. So when you create and structure your video, you want to make the video about the topic of the same keyword that you just found. You don't want to go off the topic. Let's say, for instance, that you're teaching dogs how to not bite, or dog training. You don't want to sit there and talk about food when your keyword is dog training. And so you want to make sure that everything is congruent as possible, because it will help you out in the back end, because YouTube will send out these spiders that will really look at all of your stuff to see if everything's congruent, which is very important, you know, while ranking. Never have two keywords with the same video. Make another video for that keyword. I just kind of explained it here. It's going to rank you lower, actually. I'll knock you down a peg. You want to write out about 2 or 3 bullet points and only talk about those bullet points. You don't want to talk about anything else. Write them down on a piece of paper. The times that I haven't write them down on a piece of paper, I found out that I'm mumbling and I'm just trying to make sense out of nothing. So just take the time to just write it out. I mean, it's one of the best things that you can do anyways. And you want to go ahead and keep the video between 2 and 3 minutes long. You don't want to go much more. You can go much more. I'm not going to say it's not going to get any views or anything like that. But from what I found, the more you go after 3, the less the watch time, which is something YouTube started implementing a lot. I think in mid-2015 or the beginning of 2015. And so that's why you want to keep it between 2 and 3 minutes here. You want to make sure you say the title at least twice in the video, because it's really going to help you to rank a lot better here. So let's go ahead and create a description. So you want to make your first 2 sentences your web link on it. So you want to have the video name, and then you want to make sure that you have your website, your opportunity, your blog, whatever the case may be. You just want to make sure that you do have it there on it. You want to have anywhere between 200 and 300 words at least. If you don't like to write, you can go to fiverr.com for all of that. And the reason why you want 300 words is because the more you actually put in your description that is based off of the keyword, if the spiders come through and check it out and see that you actually said the title and the video name within this description box, you'll actually rank a lot higher in this as well. And every description should have a keyword no less than 3 times. You can create a sentence around your keywords, but you want to make sure that you do have it. Have your keywords in your website at the beginning of the description. Kind of already went there. And just as a bonus, I just want to give you guys a bonus here. This is something that I learned from a guy who made over $1 million online using, no, he's like $950,000 on YouTube alone. And he told me always add your social link, video URL, and the channel URL in the description as well, because it will always come back to you. And that is something that I'm going to explain a little later, but that's called backlinking. And so it will really help you to rank as well. So let's go ahead and go to the next thing, which is called tags. So tags tell YouTube what your video is about, pretty much. It just gives it a little snippet about what it is. And never have more than 5 tags in one video. Me personally, I always relate it to the topic of the video, whatever it is. So if it's how to retire by the age of 40, I put retire, age by, 40, online, home marketing business or home business, or something that's relatable to the topic, because I want everything to be congruent as possible. And once you're done with that, you want to ping it out. And you can go to pingomatic.com. What pinging is, so when you put up a video, it will sometimes can take 30 days before YouTube ever sees it. And the reason for that is you have 1 billion people, active people, coming to YouTube and using YouTube per month. And so sometimes they just get to you slow, which is why this is a long-term type of ordeal and not just a short one. And so you want to go ahead and use this free system. It's just pingomatic.com. You put your URL for your video and the name of the video, and you just ping it out, and it just sends out these little things that actually attract the spider to you. And so when they look at that, it sends it right to your video to rank you higher a lot faster. And that's something I've been using since day one, and this really has helped me out a lot. And the things you need to check off before publishing the video is you need to show an image after the upload. Now this is what, sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't, but the ones who are ranking all have this. I was doing a little experiment, like the different ones, and I found out that the ones who have this actually rank. And it's really actually easy to do something like this. You can take a quick picture with your cell phone. You can upload it to your computer, open your PowerPoint presentation, download it, and add some bubbles to it, screenshot it, and then just plug it in. But at the very bottom of your YouTube video, or not the video, but where all descriptions and the tags are, there's going to have 3 still pictures. 9 times out of 10, you have an ugly face, or you're not looking the best, or your hand's moving, or you're swallowing, or you're blinking, and it catches you. And so you want something like this to really help you, so when people look at it, you're not, looking at them like with a crazy face or anything like that. So, I mean, that's something that you definitely want to do. You want to make sure the title of the video is there. You want to make sure the description, the website, the YouTube video uploaded, and then you definitely want to add your social links, your blog, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever you want people to contact you through. Make sure you always add it in every single video. I had somebody ask me one day, does it really make a difference if we add our stuff? And to me, it does, because each video that I put out there, I want somebody who maybe 6 months down the road not have to look for me hard. And so I would rather just put my information in. It takes an extra 10 seconds to put all the information in and to let it go, because I want them immediately to contact me if they have a question, so I can go ahead and help them out. Because at the end of the day, I mean, helping people is what this is all about anyways. So you also want to add your YouTube channel URL to the description and to the tag section as well, because it will help you out a lot here. So one of the things that I was talking about earlier was called backlinking, and a lot of people aren't aware of this, and this really helps you get your article or your video or your blogs or whatever your content is. It helps you rank, and in this case, it has helped me rank on the first page of YouTube. So backlinking is a link that goes back to your video or article. Let's just say that you were creating a blog post and you did a training on how to feed a chameleonaire, something. And so you take that embedded, you put it on your blog, and then somebody, after you post it and people are looking at it, when somebody clicks on that link, it goes back to the video. That right there is what a backlinking is. So it's just coming back to what your original content is. And in Fiverr, you want to find about 3 or 4 suppliers that can help you out to backlink your stuff. And you don't want to spend more than $30 a video. And you're probably like, whoa, John, wait a minute. You said something about free earlier. And you're right, I did. And this is for somebody who has a budget, a monthly advertisement budget. If you don't have extra $30 for a video or two, then you don't need to do that. But I wanted to give you guys lots of value and really help you guys make sure your videos do rank. And this is a way to make your videos rank here. And how do you get backlink? You just go to Fiverr. So when you type in Fiverr.com, this is what actually shows up. These guys can do pretty much anything and everything. Anything from doing bizarre, crazy raps that sing happy birthday to, editing your 20-minute video or adding a intro to all of your videos. They do so much stuff, and they all start at $5. Some of them do go up, but that means they're just that good. If you type in Fiverr.com, if you type in the search engine backlinking, this is what you're going to see here. And once you see that, you want to see what they recommend here, because as you can see, you see the $5. If you look to the left, it kind of breaks down all the categories. If you go a little bit lower to the bottom, you can see it's up to 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days, and all that. So it's really wide range that you want to do backlinking. But once you type that in, you actually want to make sure you go to high rating. Now, high rating means that they're, according to Fiverr, they are one of the best, that they might have a complaint one out of every 100 people, which is really good, because you want to make sure that you get the backlinks that you're looking for. And so of course you're not going to do any business with anybody who is just trying to make money and not help you out. So this is a good indicator that you can use to really help you out here by using the high ratings. So let's go ahead and recap a little bit. You want to make sure that you use proper keyword research in every video that you do. If you take one day and spend about an hour or two just going over the research, just finding keywords, it will make your videos a lot easier to do, because you've already have the list. You just go and check it off and make it about that, which it really does help here. You want to make sure creating and structuring your video before you go ahead and post it. You want to uploading and optimize it as much as possible. Have everything congruent. Make sure that the title's in there. Make sure that you're speaking the title 2 to 3 times in the video. Make sure that in the description box it's in there. Make sure the tags is okay. Your channel URL. You want to make sure all of these things are in there as well, because it will. I promise you, it will help you if you do everything correctly, and that you want to have the backlinks as well. So that right there is my webinar presentation. But before you guys go and before I get off of here, I promised you at the very beginning a bonus here. And the bonus here is the 97 bonus that I promise you. Just go to 10x-yoursuccess.com. You're going to get it there. It is a, I just spaced, but that's kind of, that's okay. I'm human. I make mistakes too. But here at this website right here, you want to download a free ebook. It's called 10 Ways to Jumpstart Your Mind for Success. It will allow you to know what type of information you need to get to become successful. Since I started this journey over 15 months, there's been certain people and certain audios that has helped me get to my point, and I put it all in one thing, and now I'm giving it to you for free, and it's a value of $97, and it is free, so you can go ahead and download it right now at 10xyoursuccess.com. And if you want to go ahead and contact me, you can go ahead and reach me on my blog, consciouscreatorblog.com. You send me a private Facebook message. If we're not friends on there, go ahead and send me a friend request. You can reach me at facebook.com/John Bailey Going Places. You can work with me at yourfreedomawaits.org. You can Skype me any given time. Doesn't matter if it's the middle of the night. Just go ahead and call anyways. And it's jonathan.bailey793. And that is it here. So I'm going to go ahead and go take this off of sharing, and I'm going to go see if there's any more questions that are in the box here. So just give me one moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look like there is any questions here. And so again, if you would like to rank your videos, you need to do the keyword research. You need to make sure that you optimize it correctly. You want to make sure you upload it correctly, make sure the structure is correct, and you want to make sure you have backlinks that is attached to it. By following this formula, it's going to be so much easier for you to rank your videos. If you guys have any additional questions, there should be a link just below this video. You can private message me. Go ahead and send a shout out. You can, go ahead and just get in contact with me, and I can help you walk through that steps. That's not a problem. So again, you guys, this is Jonathan Bailey. Tune in tomorrow. I'm only going to do one video, and that's at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, because my team is doing something major, and I have to be there for that. So I do apologize for anybody. But you want to tune in tomorrow for day 4 of my 15-day series. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, day 4 of my 15-day series. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about going over a to-do list, because I feel a lot of people come into this industry and not understand what exactly they're supposed to do. And so this is a to-do list that has really helped me to stay focused in on exactly what I'm able to do, and it has helped me out. So pay attention to your emails tomorrow. You're going to see it. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All right, you guys. Bye.